Why did Anna Duggar marry Josh Duggar? While many fans question her decision, some critics believe she was trapped in a toxic relationship. In this video, we dive into the controversial details and the reasons behind their marriage that raised eyebrows from the start. Stay tuned to find out what critics are saying about Anna's journey and the secrets behind this high-profile marriage. In recent years, the Duggar family has been the subject of intense scrutiny, particularly in light of the legal troubles faced by Josh Duggar, the eldest son of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. Since Josh's arrest and subsequent conviction on charges related to child sexual abuse material, many have been left questioning not only his actions but also the role that his wife, Anna Duggar, has played in his life and legal journey. Critics have wondered why Anna has continued to stand by her husband despite the revelations about his past, including his abusive actions towards his sisters and a family friend in the early 2000s. Many have even raised the question, was Anna Duggar trapped into marrying Josh Duggar? This question is not a simple one, and it involves a web of personal, religious, and familial dynamics that have all contributed to Anna's choices. As Josh serves time behind bars, and as Anna continues to raise their 7 children, the public has been divided between sympathy for Anna and harsh judgment of her actions. Here's a deep dive into the reasons why some critics believe Anna might have been coerced or trapped into marrying Josh Duggar, as well as the complexities that surround her decision to stay with him after his arrest. Anna Duggar's life before meeting Josh. Anna Keller, born Anna Renee Keller, grew up in a devout Christian family. Her father, Michael Keller, was involved in prison ministry, which meant Anna had exposure to a range of individuals, including convicted felons, as part of her family's outreach efforts. This background was crucial in understanding the kind of person Anna was likely to be when she met Josh Duggar. She was raised with strong religious beliefs, and her family valued traditional roles with an emphasis on purity, submission, and marriage. Anna's upbringing in such a sheltered, faith-based environment made her emotionally and socially naive, especially regarding relationships and the darker aspects of the world. Her education was primarily homeschooled, and she had limited exposure to the world outside her family's religious community. 19 years old, Anna met Josh Duggar at a Christian homeschooling convention. Josh, already the eldest son of the famous Duggar family, was well known within their community. The Duggars, with their reality show 19 Kids and Counting, were already a household name, and Anna's family was drawn to their public image of wholesome, conservative Christian values. At the time of their courtship, Anna was still very young, emotionally and mentally immature compared to many of her peers. She had little experience with relationships, and like many young women raised in similar religious environments, her exposure to the realities of emotional abuse, manipulation, and toxic relationships was limited. This sets the stage for why critics believe Anna may not have fully understood what she was getting into when she agreed to marry Josh Duggar. Was Anna misled about Josh's past? One of the most significant questions that critics have asked is how much Anna Duggar knew about Josh's history before she married him. In 2006, Josh Duggar was involved in a series of sexual abuse incidents where he molested 5 underage girls, including his sisters, as well as a family friend. This information, which came to light in 2015, shook the Duggar family's public image to the core. What makes this even more troubling is the fact that Jim Bob Duggar, the patriarch of the Duggar family, reportedly tried to cover up the incidents, only taking limited actions to address them. He sent Josh to a Christian rehabilitation center, but the family kept the truth hidden from the public. The question many have asked is, did Anna Duggar know about these incidents before she married Josh? According to some reports, Anna and her family were informed of Josh's past prior to their engagement. Jim Bob Duggar allegedly told Anna and her parents about Josh's history, but it remains unclear what exactly was shared and how much was downplayed or minimized. Critics argue that if Anna knew the full extent of Josh's actions, it would be hard to believe that she would have agreed to marry him. However, some Redditors and critics believe that Anna was either not fully informed or was misled about the seriousness of Josh's crimes. One user on Reddit theorized, "My theory is that they intentionally trapped her. She was turning 20 years old when she was proposed to, but her emotional maturity was that of a child. She didn't know what he had done, nor did she have any comprehension of how bad it was. This theory suggests that Anna was so naive and eager to marry within her faith-based community that she might have been manipulated into thinking that Josh's actions were either overblown or not as severe as they actually were. Another factor that has contributed to the narrative of Anna being trapped into marriage is the religious pressure that she likely faced from her own family. Anna's parents were devout Christians who followed the teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, a controversial organization that promotes a strict, authoritarian interpretation of Christianity. Keller family, much like the Duggars, upheld the idea that women should prioritize marriage and motherhood above all else. In this context, marriage was seen as a vital milestone for Anna, and she may have felt societal and familial pressure to marry Josh as soon as the opportunity arose. Critics argue that Anna's parents may have seen Josh Duggar as an ideal match for their daughter, not only because of his position within the Duggar family but also because of his shared religious values. One Redditor stated, "Anna's dad does prison ministry and he and his family have been around hardcore sex offenders trying to get them to find Jesus. I'm sure she was hand-selected because of this." This theory suggests that Anna may have been groomed to marry someone like Josh Duggar, and that she was seen as a sacrifice for the family's greater good, given her father's involvement with rehabilitating criminals. The emotional and psychological pressure on Anna to marry Josh could have been immense, especially considering the strict, hierarchical nature of the Duggar family's beliefs. The idea of courtship within the Duggar and Keller families meant that young couples were encouraged to move quickly toward marriage without having the chance to form independent, critical opinions about their future spouse. It's also essential to consider the immense influence Jim Bob Duggar had over his children, including Anna, after her marriage to Josh. The Duggar family is known for its strict, almost authoritarian control over the lives of its members, especially its daughters. Jim Bob Duggar managed almost every aspect of his children's lives, including their courtships and marriages. Many have argued that Jim Bob's manipulation and control over his children, including Anna, created an environment in which young women felt pressured to marry quickly and remain loyal to their husbands, no matter the circumstances. Once Anna married Josh, her life became closely intertwined with the Duggar family. She became part of the Duggar family's media empire, and her image was heavily managed by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. The family's financial interests were also at play here, as their TV show was central to their livelihood. Critics believe that Anna may have been coerced, or at least strongly influenced, into staying with Josh for the sake of her family's public image and reputation. Since Josh Duggar's arrest and conviction in 2021, Anna Duggar has remained largely silent on the matter. She has given few interviews and, when speaking about her husband, has repeatedly stated that there is more to the story. This cryptic statement has only fueled the speculation surrounding her loyalty to Josh. While some supporters believe Anna is standing by her husband out of love and faith, others argue that her continued support is indicative of her being trapped in a toxic situation. Anna Duggar continues to attend Duggar family events, even though she is no longer in the media spotlight. She was spotted at Jana Duggar's wedding, though she appeared in no photos, only in candid shots shared on social media. Her children, particularly Mackenzie Duggar, frequently visit the Duggar household, where they spend time with their cousins. As Josh remains behind bars until 2032, many wonder how Anna will navigate her future. She may be determined to remain loyal to her husband, waiting for his release, but she will have to do so while raising 7 children and dealing with the long-lasting fallout of Josh's actions. The question of whether Anna Duggar was trapped into marrying Josh Duggar is a complex and multifaceted one. It is clear that Anna was raised in a religious environment that placed a heavy emphasis on marriage and family, often at the expense of individual autonomy and personal agency. It's also evident that the Duggar family, under the leadership of Jim Bob, exerts a great deal of control over the lives of its children. Whether or not Anna knew the full extent of Josh's past, it is apparent that her choices were influenced by a variety of factors, including family pressure, religious teachings, and the desire to fit in with a larger public image. While Anna's silence on the matter makes it difficult to know the full truth of her experience, critics continue to question whether she was manipulated into making decisions that were not in her best interest. For now, Anna Duggar remains committed to her husband and their family, but whether this loyalty will be enough to navigate the challenges ahead remains to be seen.